Hello everyone, this is Anisha Sharma, intern at LexClick and Company. I'm also a fourth year student at Modi University. In this video, I'll be telling you a brief highlight about the National Education Policy of 2020. Also, this video does not solicitate any promotion or advertisement of the firm as prohibited by the Bar Council of India. It is only for the educational purposes and in accordance to the rules established by the Bar. Talking about the highlights of the national education policy, there are two things that have been mainly considered. The first is that the policy aims to recognize the need to evaluate the high order skills in the children, that is, the skills related to creativity, critical thinking, problem solving, visualizing, and idea generation. The next point is that the NEP 2020 emphasizes on multidisciplinary learning, and no separations are made between the vocational and the academic streams. The bill was long overdue, and the policy was long overdue, and it universalized the education from pre schooling to secondary level. It has replaced a 34-year-old policy to become a more inclusive, holistic, comprehensive, and a far-sighted policy to make India a knowledge hub by the end of the decade. Under the policy, the government aims to bridge the social gaps in participation, access to learning outcomes in school education, with a target of 100% gross enrollment and zero dropouts by 2030. The top 5 highlights of the policy is that the first is multiple entry and exit options in the degree courses. Second is the discontinuance of the MPhil program. Third is a single regulator for higher educational institutes. Fourth is the low stakes at board exams. Fifth is the common entrance exams for universities. The impact of the educational policy in India would be the first one, that the content and curriculum. So we had a 10+2 curriculum before now, but this would be replaced by the 5+3+3+4 curriculum structure, which would be for the age of 3 to 8, 8 to 11, 11 to 14, and 14 to 18 years respectively. It implies that a student must have 12 years of schooling preceded by 3 years of Anganwadi or pre-schooling experience. Also, the integration of technology with learning and teaching process could be seen in the new policy. Also, there would be an assessment, the assessment for the teachers as well as for the students. It aims to recognize and the need to evaluate high order skills in the children. The fourth point is that the mother tongue as a medium of instruction would be used. So, the NEP 2020 focuses on the use of the mother tongue, the instruction medium for the students can be their mother tongue. However, it is not mandating the use of a particular language on anyone. That is, the mother tongue would not be compulsory on the students. The home language or local language will be used preferably till the 8th grade for the students. The science, arts, and commerce here gets blurred. That is, the new educational policy does not emphasize, it emphasizes on the multidisciplinary learning, and there would be no separate streams for the three. Also, the teachers would be trained in such a way that they could use the technology to reach to the kids and could be more efficient in performing their duties. Thank you.